Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
And I am a very old Mark Toady.
And this is Season 2 of the Parkland Podcast.
Yeah, baby.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
Here we go, episode number 53 of the Parkland Podcast. We are recording on your birthday date. So if Mark seems a little bit older today, that's why.
What'd you say, Sonny?
I said if Mark seems a little bit older, that's why.
I don't smoke.
I know you got some birthday celebrations that'll take place after record time, but how does it feel to be the age that you currently are?
It feels old.
Yeah?
Very old, but at least I have one brother older than me and one former coworker that's older than me.
Right.
Happy birthday, Brooksy.
Yes, and he's celebrating his birthday next week with knee surgery.
Well, you know what? It's a tough job.
It is.
Hey, I celebrated my birthday today by going to the St. Francis County Health Center. Shout out
Yeah.
to all the folks over there for Men's Health Day. And I got poked and prodded and needles stuck into me. But it's all worth it because they told me I'm very healthy.
Well, good. That's excellent. This show, episode number 53, is brought to you by Parkland Pharmacy. They'd probably tell you you're pretty healthy, too.
They wished me a happy birthday.
Oh, good. Discover Farmington, which we'll talk to Kristen White coming up on the show in just a little bit. Subway of the Parkland, eat fresh. First State Community Bank. Big news coming from them in our news segment. Save a lot of the Lead Belt fresh off their big Father's Day sale.
Yep.
Heimberger Construction. The Farmington Water Park is back
Yay.
again, joining us for the summer, and Valor Wellness and Longevity Clinic in Farmington sponsoring the show. So we have Kristen White and we have Suzanne Baker, Executive Director of the United Way, and
That's
then
right.
maybe a surprise guest, maybe?
Maybe it's not looking good. Our surprise guest has to have permission to do the interview. That has not come in yet, so it may be pushed back a week, but it's one everybody's going to want to listen to.
Okay, very, very good.
And watch.
Your surprise guest couldn't be here today, and then whenever you said you had 3 guests, I kind of gave up on your surprise guest.
I had another gal that wanted to bring 2 relatives, a relative and a best friend in that have a combined age of about 200, but
Oh, wow.
they wanted to tell stories of their life, and I thought it would have been cool, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen either.
Oh, man.
But the other interview should happen, and I can't wait.
Okay. All right. Very good. So that'll be coming up at a future episode of Season 2 here of the Parkland Podcast. Country Days in the books. What'd you do this week?
I dodged raindrops for Country Days. I went to a volunteer appreciation dinner on Tuesday for the food pantry. Thank you, Nancy Faulkner and Rocky Good and Pat King and all the other folks who helped put it on. The Mineral Area Fine Arts Academy performed during that. Had a men's club barbecue. Here I am getting all these health screenings, and I ate hamburgers and deer meat and bratwursts and desserts the day before that. That probably didn't help my health, but what the heck, all right? It was too good. So, and then I had a little birthday celebration Friday night.
Very good. Very good. A lot of sleeping this past week. Man, it was nonstop. Wrapped up school, and then the whole family was sick for like over a week and a half, and then Country Days. So this past week was cutting back a little bit, although Lucy's ballet recitals are happening on this record weekend. 2-0-1 on the softball field is young Lucy this year. And, of course, Jonas enjoying the summer school and James enjoying working with Daddy School during the summer. So we're keeping busy. The wife is directing High School, the musical for the Fine Arts Academy out at MAC this summer, and she has made me join the cast.
Excellent.
I'm going to be playing Coach Michael Bolton in High School the Musical. I only have to sing 4 words.
When a man
I know, right?
loves a woman.
We're going to do that one. So it should be really, really good. High School the Musical coming up in July. We'll talk a little bit more about that. You got some trivia for me? Some questions to ask me that I can answer?
Definitely some trivia and some song lyrics.
All right.
I don't know if you want to do the song lyrics now or just wait till the end on that. But trivia. Everybody knows about the main Hawaiian Islands. My question to you, Mr. Lowry, is in total, how many islands make up the Hawaiian
Like the
Islands?
major islands or just like all the islands?
How many total?
472.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad guess if you were, I don't know, drunk. 137.
Well, I'm not too far off. 137. Wow.
All right. In honor of my birthday,
Okay.
this was the #1 rock song in the year I was born, 1958.
They had rock and roll back then?
They had rock and roll, and I'll give you a big hint. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, it'd be Elvis Presley.
Yes, but the song.
Ooh, so what is 1950? Right?
1958. Whoa.
I'm sorry, 1958? 1958, Elvis Presley. Boy. We'll go...
Play along at home.
Huh?
Tell them to play along at home.
Oh, right, yes. Let's go Hound Dog.
Jailhouse
Rock. Okay, I was in the neighborhood.
Jailhouse Rock.
So, okay.
And in honor of the year I graduated from high school, 1976, this was the #1 song of the year.
Of 1976. Ooh, #1 song of 1976 was...
Paul McCartney and Wings.
Oh, Band on the Run?
Not Band on the Run. Good guess. Silly Love Song.
Silly Love Song. Okay, that did have a lot more commercial success. All right, you got any song lyrics?
I've got song lyrics. Let's see how good you are.
All right, yeah. I'm not feeling very good after those 2
All right.
trivia questions. Okay.
With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us.
That would be Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Very good. Very good. All right. Here's #2.
Okay.
Every summer, we can rent a cottage in the Isle of Wight. If it's not too dear, we shall scrimp and save grandchildren on your knee, Vera, Chuck, and Dave.
When I'm 64 by the Beatles.
I'm impressed. I am impressed. All right, and one more for you.
Chuck and Dave.
This one you'll probably get.
Okay.
Yeah, now listen. It's okay, I understand. This ain't no never, never land. I hope that when this issue's gone, I see you when your clothes are on.
Angel is the centerfold, Jay Giles Band.
Very good. Very good. 3 for 3.
3
You
for 3.
redeemed yourself.
There was a band called Punch Judy, and they were like a cover band in St. Louis County back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they did that song. And for some reason, I jumped up on stage with them one night and grabbed the microphone and sang part of that tune. And then, like, when it got to the breakdown, I was like, hey, give it up for Punch Judy. And I looked at the drummer, and he went, nah, 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 nah. It was good times.
Excellent.
Good times with Punch Judy. Yeah, they're going to kick me out, and then I guess they were okay with me because I gave a shout-out to the band while I was up there. And then they were okay, I guess. I don't know. Those late 90s, early 2000s were interesting times in the world.
You stunk at trivia, but you redeemed yourself with songs.
I did, yes. What about a totally awesome radio story? Anything totally awesome come to mind?
You know what? I'm starting to run dry. Maybe
Yeah?
we've had 52 stories for 52 weeks. I guess it's not as awesome now as it used to be. I'll think of new ones.
I did see fellow birthday celebrator Kevin Brooks actually went to J98 to record the rap ad for Jerry's Fireworks, which you will hear starting on next week's podcast, and verified the two stories you told about Kevin Brooks, I guess either last episode or 2 episodes ago. I said, so the Totally Awesome radio story revolved around you and Mark Toady, and Kevin just like instantly goes, the gym teacher.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that was one of them, but the other one was the bricks and the Corvette or the Trans Am.
Trans Am.
Trans Am. Okay, yeah,
and he confirmed that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he also kind of gave like a little bit of a disclaimer for the gym teacher, because he goes, you got to keep in mind that I think I was like 25 and Mark was like 22, so this teacher could have been older than we are. Whoa, look at that thing. That's a big old bumblebee there.
Yes.
That is a giant bumblebee, and it's like holding something. Huh. Oh, no, I dropped it. Very good. Need to make sure that guy gets back outside. So anyways, Kevin was very, like, he instantly, I guess, thinking of that former gym teacher. Well, I mean, heck, she still could be teaching gym right now. We don't know that. He was very, that brought back a lot of fond memories.
Yeah, I'll bet it did.
And he quoted the Steve Martin line exactly how you did too when talking about the bricks and the Trans Am. They're on Black Knight Drive.
Yeah, those were some fond memories. And there's other ones.
Right.
There's other ones we could tell about Kevin, but we don't want to let all the cat out of the bag until Brooksy gets on the podcast, and then we can abuse him royally.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So that should be a lot of fun, and we'll have that coming up for you soon. So there you go. Another totally awesome radio story. Let's talk pharmacy. Parkland Pharmacy. They are at parklandrx.com. Small town pharmacy at their finest. They are so organized. They have so many great services. They're more than just a place to get your prescriptions, Mark Toady.
Absolutely. I got to give a shout out to Julie Berghaus. She called me the other day and she goes, "What's that stuff that you like so much?" I said, "The Emergency." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm going to order some of that. You want me to get you some?" I said, "Absolutely." And she didn't have to do that, but that's the kind of great one-on-one customer service that they offer. They get to know their customers, what they like and who they are, and they will go the extra mile for them. So I love everything about that pharmacy, and that is why they are my hometown pharmacy.
Got to use 2 fingers if you want to scroll up or down.
I'm looking at their Facebook page while you were doing that.
ParklandRx.com is the website. Their delivery is fantastic, and all the special services they offer as well is really what makes them second to none. Check out Parkland Pharmacy today, the official pharmacy of the Parkland Podcast.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Here's your latest news on the Parkland Podcast.
The Missouri Supreme Court is getting involved in lawsuits involving the death of Conrad Ashcraft. Court records show on June 3rd, both Judge Bryce Sechrist and Wendy Wexler Horn recused themselves from the wrongful death lawsuit, elevating it to the state's highest court. The suit filed by Conrad's father, Josh Ashcraft, alleges that Poppy's Playhouse worker Tiffany Hedrick and owner Summer Gray are responsible for the nonverbal 3-year-old's death. The Jefferson County Prosecuting Attorney's Office has yet to place charges against the worker and the owner of the daycare. The case was moved to Jefferson County as Gray previously worked in the St. Francis County court system.
First State Community Bank has purchased the naming rights for a big building in the area. The building formerly known as the Centene Center is now the First State Community Center. The auditorium and conference center hosts wedding receptions, ceremonies, banquets, business seminars, concerts, plays, church gatherings, local dramas, class reunions, and fine arts entertainment.
The Deloge Board of Aldermen has made some recent appointments. Ginger Williams has been approved as city treasurer. Nathan Bollinger was also appointed as city attorney. The Board of Aldermen approved the bid for new sewer line projects along the eastern outer road. In addition, the board approved the members of both the newly formed Park Board and Public Works Board. Each board will include 9 Deloge residents.
Sheriff Jeff Kreitz seeking help in locating George Willis Lindsay. He's a 42-year-old fugitive from Deloge with ties to St. Francis County. Lindsay is described as 5 foot 8 inches tall, 120 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. He's wanted for 2 counts of felony possession of a controlled substance.
And the St. Francis County Rotary Club wrapped up its year with a ceremony to honor several of its members, including Becky Buchanan, who received the Service Above Self Award. Adam Bowers was recognized for his work with the Boy Scouts. Heather Holsey and several other Rotarians were recognized, including Brenda Jordan. MAC President Dr. Joe Gilgore, the president this past year of the St. Francis County Rotary Club.
And that's your latest news right here on the Parkland Podcast. Subway, eat fresh. Your local Subway locations in Farmington, Park Hills, and Deloge, sponsoring the Parkland Podcast since the beginning. And Subway always has great things to eat. And Mark, you are the resident Subway expert here at the Parkland Podcast. You are always in tune with the deliciousness that awaits there.
Love the food. It is fresh, and the service really puts them over the edge. Heather, Brianna, Jessica, ladies, good morning, or I guess I could say good afternoon, because you can watch this podcast or listen to it at any time you want. But if you go to Subway in Farmington when those 3 girls are working, you can just mark it down as a red letter day, because not only will you get great food, you'll get served on by 3 girls who could give lessons on how to give great customer service. So Jake, Mike, you did well with those girls. Keep them around forever. They are awesome, and the food is fantastic. You're right.
Absolutely. The nachos, what do you think about the nachos? Have you had those yet?
Fantastic. Yeah. Everything about their food is great. The only thing, and it's not a complaint, but they don't serve their soups in the summer. That's a fall to spring thing. And those girls will be the first to tell you the broccoli cheddar soup is my favorite soup that they have, and I got to wait till September to get it again.
That's okay, though. It'll be coming soon.
It'll be worth it. It'll be
totally worth it. So there you go. Check out your local Subway stores. They're in the Maple Valley Center in Farmington.
Exciting news coming too.
Oh yeah. And
Can't
then, of
tell
course, we probably can't. Well, no, we can't. We better not now.
Better
We're going to keep
not.
you waiting. Keep you waiting. Park Hills, they're still in downtown. The Park Hills Subway location you've known and loved for so many years. And then, of course, the Deloge Walmart Supercenter is where you find Subway in Deloge as well. Subway, eat fresh. Hey, want to welcome back, sponsoring the Parkland Podcast again this summer, the Farmington Water Park. They were one of our very first sponsors a year ago, and they're back again, but it's the same old family fun that you have enjoyed for many, many years in Farmington.
And it really is family fun. Whether you just want to take a quick leisurely trip down the lazy river, unless you want to stand underneath the big bucket and get doused when it tips over on you, or maybe take a few laps in the little lap pool that they have there, or just lounge on the side of the pool and watch the kiddos have fun and frolic in the water. It is an awesome, amazing place to be.
And kids 2 and under are free. 3 to 11 are $7.50, and $8.50 again is still the rate for ages of, let's see, it says 12 to 61. Mark, you can get that senior discount where you get $1 off your admittance into the ballpark.
Yeah, and don't forget about the splash pad either. That's
free
as well. That is free.
Yeah.
Your kids will absolutely love it.
Always a good time, open 7 days a week.
And don't forget to call the Civic Center or City Hall and find out about renting out the water park for an after-hours party, too.
Man, having the water park all to yourself, unbelievable. Oh, too, don't forget about those special twilight rates.
Yep.
After 4 o'clock each day, they drop $1 off the admission in every group. So check it out, 756-0900. Follow them on Facebook just so you know for sure the water park is open on the days you're planning to go. But check it out, Farmington Water Park and the River's Edge Splash Pad, proud sponsors of the Parkland Podcast. Let's check your events now. They're presented by Discover Farmington, more than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Hey, there's a free meal this Wednesday at the Methodist Church in Farmington. Everybody's invited at Mom's Cafe.
Movies in the Park in Long Park in Farmington is June the 20th. You can see Turbo and get free popcorn and lemonade, courtesy of First State Community Bank.
Not to be outdone, Movies in the Park in Park Hills at the City Pool, June 20th, Moana 2.
Park Hills Summer Concert Series also happening in Columbia Park that night. Dan Hurt will provide an acoustic performance in the amphitheater.
The third annual Summer Nights Arts Festival, June 20th from 4 to 11, and the 21st, 11 to 11 in downtown Farmington.
Movies in the Park continue at Deloge City Park on June 21st. You can see the movie Inside Out 2.
The St. Francis County Health Center's Walk with Ease program begins June 23rd at the North County Middle School track in Deloge. Call the Health Center to sign up.
Farmington Water Park presents the Summer Bash, June 24th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Music, trivia, and pool games.
The Space Museum and Grissom Center presents Show Me Sci-Fi Space 2025, June 28th in Bonne Terre. Cosplay contest, R2-D2 from Star Wars, B9 from Lost in Space, Hollywood creators, and more, all there.
The St. Joseph Catholic Church Parish Picnic in Farmington happens June 28th and 29th. That's Saturday. Free concert by Fame and Fortune. You'll like that band. They start at 6:30, and they'll have authentic Hispanic, Filipino, and barbecue food booths. Then on Sunday, the always delicious fried chicken and kettle beef dinner with live entertainment happening from noon to 5, a quilt raffle, flea market, greenhouse, silent auction, and so much more.
4th of July, right around the corner. Bismarck Freedom Fest 2025. July 3rd, a softball tournament and a glow run. July 4th, a parade, a volleyball tournament, and a car show. The Freedom Fest, the Prince and Princess Contest, sack race, hot dog eating contest, cornhole, fireworks at 9:30, all taking place in Bismarck.
On the 4th of July, Fireworks Over Farmington returns to Engler Park. Live music starts at 6 o'clock. Fireworks at dusk.
Light Up the Sky, July 5th, Bonne Terre City Park. Food, music, and fireworks at dusk.
Downtown Block Party returns July 11th from 7 to 10 p.m. featuring Mountain Mischief. Free concert presented by Discover Farmington.
There's a dive-in movie featuring Jaws July 19th at the Farmington Water Park at 6:30.
Movies in the Park in Long Park in Farmington on July 24th. See the classic movie E.T.
Then go home. And Chris Cagle, St. Francis County Fair, August 2nd is part of the county fair.
And they'll have monster trucks too. Bigfoot's going to be there.
Yeah, baby.
And Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, September 19th and 20th in downtown Farmington. That event, of course, presented by Discover Farmington. Find out about local events. Even book a wedding or day trip today at discoverfarmingtonmo.com. Save-A-Lots of the Lead Belt sponsoring the Parkland Podcast. Great place to feed your family at an affordable price. They had the big shindig and big sales for Father's Day, and a lot of those specials still around. And if you are looking to stock up for that barbecue coming up this summer, the best place to go is your local Save-A-Lot store.
It is grilling season, and they've got everything you need, from hamburgers to steaks to brats. It's all there. I was just at Save-A-Lot this past Thursday, picked up some hamburger buns, got some pickles, picked up some bananas. Whether you just want a few things or whether you just want to shop and stock up for the whole week, you'll love Save-A-Lot. It is a beautiful, clean store. The people are really friendly to deal with. If you have a question about where something's at, they are more than happy to take you aside and show you exactly where you need to go. Love shopping at Save A Lot.
Lead Belt Save A Lot. That's the one to like on Facebook to keep up to date with all the great specials. They also, of course, have those text alerts that go out. Seems like we get one every time we're recording. And those are always great ways to save money with those scratch-off cards.
Yeah, baby.
Check it out. Be a fan, be a liker, and a subscriber. Lead Belt Save-A-Lots. Like them today. Proud sponsor of the Parkland Podcast.
Discover a new path to beauty, wellness, and longevity at Valor Wellness and Longevity Clinic, now open in Farmington.
At the core, we're about functional and longevity and wellness. For us, it's really about finding the best technology that we can bring to the community and be able to provide these services to help people live a better life.
Cutting edge and regionally exclusive technology like ExoMind, a non-invasive brain stimulation treatment to improve mental well-being, and the Emsella Chair, a non-invasive treatment for urinary incontinence and other pelvic floor issues. Join us for the open house, Friday from 3 to 5 and Saturday from 2 to 5 at 85 South Henry Street in Farmington. Valor Wellness. Live well, live long, live Valor.
Let's do the birthday segment here on the Parkland Podcast. Here are your birthdays for the week of Monday, June the 16th.
Happy birthday to our buddy Kevin Gray.
Yay!
Got to know Kevin when he was still like a student assistant at Mac.
Right.
And like an assistant coach at Mineral Area College under Tim Gray. In fact, it's Tim Gray's nephew. Went on to marry Tori Taylor, now Tori Gray. They have wonderful children, and they are just really good people. So, Kevin, happy birthday to you. And Chet Meyer, happy birthday to you from your mom and dad and your sister and all your family. I've known him since he was born. Buddy, I hope you're doing great. Happy birthday wishes to you.
Happy birthday to local pharmacist Jennifer Burke-Bigler, celebrating a birthday on Monday. Hope it's a great day for you. Hope you didn't have to work that day. What about Tuesday, June the 17th? Who do you have?
Tuesday, got to say happy birthday to Dan Hain, longtime teacher, coach in the area. I don't know if he's still teaching or not.
I don't think he teaches anymore. I think I think coaching, he's just kind of like an advisor. Come help out, give a quality opinion, you know.
Well, he has one.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to you, Dan. Hope you're doing great. Pretty good musician, all-around good guy, Chad Walton.
Oh, yeah.
With a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Chad. Laura Kennedy Mackinder. I knew her when she was in high school. She graduated from Farmington, a really good volleyball player. She worked at Pasta House, so I'd see her at high school, and I definitely saw her at Pasta House a lot. And now I think she's living in the state of Washington. But I wish her a happy birthday every year, and I figure, why should that change now? So happy birthday to you. Sue Henson, happy birthday to you from your husband, Dennis, and all of your family. And my favorite chiropractor, because she works on my back, Carrie Flanagan Peel. Happy birthday wishes to you, young lady. I will see you in about a week or so.
Happy birthday, Tammy Kitchell. Worked with Tammy at KFMO B104, I think, for like a day or two. And then she left. And now she works at the East Missouri Action Agency location in Deloge. And I learned that whenever I took a bunch of students who were working on a Habitat for Humanity house up there to use the bathroom. Like, oh, Tammy, hey, how are you? So happy birthday, Tammy. Hope it's a great day for you. What about Wednesday, June 18th?
Wednesday, everybody's favorite United Way of St. Francis County Executive Director, Suzanne Baker, celebrating a birthday. She is a guest on this podcast. So, Suzanne,
that's our birthday present to her.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. Now talk. Happy birthday wishes to my niece, my firstborn niece. And with all apologies to Suzanne, I should have led with this one. Stephanie Darst celebrates a birthday. She has become such a wonderful wife and mom and now grandma. She's just fantastic. I know my brother and his wife are so proud of her. Stephanie, I love you. I hope you are doing fantastic, and I hope you have a great day. Rachel Pinkley, happy birthday to you from your mom, Miss Tammy, and your dad, your two kiddos, your sister, your brother, and all your family. I hope you have a great day. And Jason Patterson, he is married to Glenda. Glenda used to work at J98 way back in the day. She was one of my running buddies from way back in the day, going into the late 80s and early 90s. So, Jason, happy birthday to you, buddy. Hope you're doing great.
Happy birthday to Matt Sharp, former KFMO B104 employee. Now he is the Mindy Southern, so he's like the public information director for, I want to say it's Eldon High School, but I could be wrong there, the Eldon School District. I know it's one of the school districts right around Lake of the Ozarks that he does that for now, and does a great job. Happy birthday, Matthew. Hope it's awesome for you. And Jason Mullen, local firefighter in the area, celebrating a birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday, Jason. What about Thursday, June 19th? Who you got?
Thursday, I know he's a good buddy of yours, and he's a good buddy of mine as well. Stormy Bennett.
Stormy, tell us a joke.
Oh, my gosh, and make it a good one this time. No, I'm just kidding. They're all good. They're all good. Stormy can flat out play the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to you, buddy. Happy birthday to J.R. Wright. J.R. Got into several talent show competitions involved with Country Days back in the day. Got to know him and his brother through that. Happy birthday, J.R. And Andrew Human, celebrating a birthday. Real good football player
Good
in
Human,
Farmington. Too. And his son is Bo.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Bo
Everybody
and his
knows
story.
Bo.
So, Andrew, happy birthday today.
Yeah.
Our Thursday is your day as well.
Happy birthday on Thursday to Denise Perry. Happy birthday, Denise. Hope you have a great day. We mentioned Stormy, a couple other baby boomers to wish a happy birthday to. That includes Dave Barnes, one of the best sound people you will ever meet. Dave does a great job with Greg, and they do a lot of sound around the area. Happy birthday, Dave. Hope it's a great day for you. And Jessica McLean celebrating a birthday on Thursday as well. Happy birthday, Jessica. What about Friday, June the 20th?
Friday, we are loaded down with birthdays, and we're going to start off with Jessica Barnes. I got to know Jessica when she was a freshman at Mineral Area College, fresh out of Ellington High School. I was broadcasting the MAC basketball games, and she was taking tickets at the front gate. And I know you know her, and I know you know this is true. There is not a nicer human being in the world than Jessica Barnes.
Yep.
So happy birthday wishes to you. Happy birthday from your husband, from your son, from all your family. Happy birthday to Tess Moore, longtime counselor in the Farmington School District. Now she's doing it on the side. She's retired. I didn't realize she could retire at the age of 36, but apparently she found a way.
You're good enough with your money, you can.
Happy birthday to you, Tess. Hope you're doing great. Julie Stores, happy birthday wishes to you, young lady. I hope you have a fantastic day today. Pastor James King, former pastor at St. Paul Lutheran Church, moved on to Minnesota, and now I believe he's pastoring in Illinois. Big Blues fan, big Cardinals fan. Happy birthday wishes to you. I hope you're doing great. Julie Sheets celebrates a birthday. She was almost married, or she is married, but she was almost married to America's Biggest Loser.
I know. And then Jay Sheets walked into the picture.
Yeah. Boom. Jay, you just couldn't lose enough weight, could ya? Or maybe you lost too much. I don't know. Julie, you're wonderful. Happy birthday. She does a great job over at Mineral Area College.
Yes, very good.
Sandra Yao Enman, happy birthday to you. Sandra, you are the best. Hope you have a great day. And Lisa Lapke, Lisa Hart Lapke, Jim and Ann Hart's daughter, celebrating a birthday on Friday. Elise, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Happy birthday on Friday as well to Hannah Jenkins. Hannah is the coolest Jenkins, and she'll tell you that too. Happy birthday to Brad Akers. Brad celebrating a birthday on Friday, as is Henry Thompson. Henry Thompson with a birthday Friday as well. What about Saturday, June 21st?
2 birthdays, but they're 2 good ones. Haley Pirtle.
Yay, Haley.
Happy birthday to you, Haley. She is a school teacher at Central, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Central School District.
Before that, she worked at a radio
J98,
station.
yeah.
So, Haley, happy birthday wishes to you. I went to lunch many a times with her. That's from your husband and your kids, your sister, your family. Hope you have a great day. And just a gal I worked with for many years on Relay for Life, and now I get water from her. In a roundabout way, Becky Petty with LaRue Water. Happy birthday to you, Miss Becky. Yeah. You are the best.
Happy birthday to former Unitech student Joey Nocky. Joey, fantastic video editor. And hope you're still pumping out some content, buddy. You did such a great job. And new head coach of the Farmington Knights football team with a birthday on Saturday, Brent Eckley. Brent Eckley celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Coach. Hope you have a very successful first season in Farmington. And what about Sunday, June 22nd?
Well, Sunday, I'll let you go first because you have a very special birthday.
My wife, Kayla Lowry, celebrating a birthday. I believe she'll be 41 now. This says 40 here, but see, we've already made it through.
Are you sure she's not 31?
No, you're right. You're right. She is 31 years old. Happy
I'm going
birthday,
by how old
honey.
she looks.
Yes. The social media manager of the Parkland Podcast, drama teacher at Farmington High School, and director of the summer show.
A woman of questionable taste in men, but
right.
other than
that, everything else checks out pretty good. Happy birthday, babe. Who else you got for that day? And then I'll come back and give my others.
Well, our good buddy Harold Stewart, celebrating a birthday. Harold, I hope you're doing great.
Yes.
I still laugh when I think of the picture of him back in the maintenance office of J98, where Scott Kabbalah listed him as the official AARP guy of KTJJ.
Yeah.
That still makes me laugh.
Yes.
Joyce Park, married to my cousin Ken. They celebrated their wedding anniversary, today as we record on June 13th, and I believe it's 54 years.
Right.
So a happy anniversary, belated, and a happy birthday to you as well, Joyce. Ann Hart, we just wished her daughter a happy birthday, and happy birthday wishes to you on Sunday. One of the many Berry boys, Alan Berry, celebrating a birthday.
He's the elderberry.
He's the elderberry. He's the preaching berry as well. So happy birthday wishes to you. Megan Seitz celebrates a birthday. She is a lean, mean running machine. She wants to qualify for the Boston Marathon. She has run marathons. She works at First State Community Bank, and this is how dedicated she is. She'll go to work, she'll come home for lunch, run 3 miles, get cleaned up, and go back to work.
She doesn't eat lunch?
She runs during her lunch when the weather is good. Man. So happy birthday wishes to you, Miss Megan, from your husband and all your kids.
Yeah.
Brian Cahoot, happy birthday to you. 2-time Lutheran of the Year at St. Paul Lutheran Church. And Sarah Burke, I have her down celebrating a birthday. She is married to Dave Burke.
Wow.
Who goes by the terminology of the red-headed tornado.
Yes.
But if you've seen Dave lately, that tornado's not so red anymore. But happy birthday to you, Sarah. I hope you're doing great.
Happy birthday to my cousin-in-law, Danielle Redeker, Walgreens pharmacist and Disney World expert. I think she's been in the running for Lutheran of the Year a couple times, but hasn't gotten it.
Well, Adam and her are canceling each other's votes out.
Oh, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Happy birthday, Danielle, again.
She's awesome.
And the best birthday present is, of course, being married to Big Sweaty there. Lisa Brown.
No, that's her cross to bear. Just kidding, Adam. He's way too... I'll tell you what, I sat behind Adam at church.
Had trouble seeing, didn't you?
A couple of weeks ago, and I spent the whole service doing this.
Yeah.
Just so I could see what was there, because he takes up a lot of space.
He does. He's pretty wide. He's not the biggest one, though. That's what's crazy. Lisa Brown with the birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday. Lisa does that great Karen Carpenter in the Baby Boomers show. Andy Files. Andy, longtime nurse practitioner
great
in the
guy.
area. He moved up. He's doing something different now in the medical world, I know. But
and he keeps Aaron out of trouble, which is really hard work.
Yeah, so, keep it up, Andy. Hope you have a great birthday, buddy. Now former student, couldn't say this a month ago, Lainey Moran just graduated and celebrating her 18th birthday. Best of luck at your fancy graphic arts school that you'll be attending
this fall.
Very, very fancy. Linda Braswell with a birthday on Sunday as well. Happy birthday, Linda. And how about 51 years of wedding bliss for Dan and Betty Combs, the first family of Farmington pizza.
Just no pizza on your anniversary dinner.
Yes.
Save
I think
it.
he tried to do that last year and learned no. If it's 50, he wouldn't be trying it at 50. That probably got figured out a long time ago.
I think so.
Or maybe Betty's like pizza's her favorite food. Who knows?
Betty is a lean, mean working out machine. She gets on the elliptical machine at the Civic Center, and she's on it for like an hour and a half.
Oh.
She is very, very in shape.
Well, congratulations, you two.
Yes,
and,
great people.
Keep it up. There you go. Those are your birthdays and anniversaries for the week of June 16th. Heimberger Construction, HeimbergerConstruction.com, 431-4387. Heimberger Construction has done some amazing work in not just the Parkland, but the region.
Yeah, they're all over the Midwest. They do high-quality work using the best materials. And best of all, you've got Jennifer Heimberger, who kind of headlines things and gears everything up. She'll sit with you. She'll find out what your plans are, what your wants are, what you're building toward, and she will get you the right products, the right building. So if you're adding on, if you're making a new addition, Heimberger Construction, they're the folks you want to see.
And they sell Butler buildings because they are the best metal building system on the market and the only building that has the pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. HeimbergerConstruction.com has all the examples locally of the great work that they have done, and the list just keeps growing and growing. If you need construction work done, you need to contact Heimberger Construction today since 1978. Again, learn more at HeimbergerConstruction.com.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Let's talk Discover Farmington now with our friend Kristen White, making her third appearance on the podcast now.
Yes, third time.
Hey, congratulations. Did we get her jacket?
I think she's qualified for a ball cap.
Oh, absolutely. At least.
Number 4 is the jacket.
Number 4 is the jacket. Okay. All right. So there we go. You have something to look forward to. Thanks again for joining us. Always appreciate you coming in.
Me.
Very, very busy time. A very big announcement, though, was made this past week involving a building that I'm going to try my darndest not to call the Centene Center anymore, but a great locally owned business stepping up, and they now have the new naming rights of that facility.
Yes, so First State Community Bank has decided to take on the naming rights for what was formerly known as the Centene Center. So it'll now be the First State Community Center. We're really excited about that. I think it'll bring some new interest to the building. You know, there's always great events going on there, but I think there could be even more, and especially from a tourism perspective, you know, it's a great facility. So I'm happy to see their commitment to that.
First State Community Bank is involved in so many community events. It's kind of a natural fit, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think they're such a great supporter of all the local events. I'm sure if you were at Country Days this past weekend, you probably saw somebody from First State Community Bank out helping with some of their events. So yeah, they're a great fit for that.
All right, let's talk Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Jeremy Horton joined us last week on the podcast from Country Days to talk about I think it's like the bookends events of Farmington summer. You got Country Days in the beginning and Blues, Brews, and Barbecue kind of wrapping it up in the end. And now you finalize the musical entertainment for this event, which is really taken off and become a huge, huge deal in the area.
Yeah, I'm very excited that we finalized the music. That's one of my biggest projects of the year, so I'm happy to see that we have that nailed down. And I work with Paul Grindstaff on that. He does a great job kind of recruiting music for that. We also worked with our headliner, Nick Schneblin. So he brought some of these artists to us, and hopefully, we've stuck with that traditional blues sound, but we've got some unique artists coming in this year too.
Well, let's go over the list.
Yes, so Friday night, September 19th, we have the Mineral Area Fine Arts Academy Blues and Soul Review. They were with us a couple years ago, did a great job, so we're happy to have them back again. And then after that will be the Blues Review. So that's going to be some of our artists for the Saturday night performance, kind of pairing up. So there may be some duets. There may be some, the whole crew kind of getting together on some things. So that'll be a performance that you're probably not going to see anywhere else because it's going to be multiple artists.
They probably will have little jam sessions against each other.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Trying to impress each other.
Right. Yeah. So that'll be fun for sure. And then headlining Friday night is the Blue Moon Blues Band. They are also returning. They performed last year. That's Ken Earhart's band. So if you're familiar with Great Day St. Louis, KMOV, Kent leads up that band. So it's a really fun show that they put on, and we're happy to have them back. And then Saturday, September 20th, we have a whole lineup starting at 11:30 in the morning. We do have an acoustic blues artist this year, which I think is kind of fun. I don't know that we've really had that before.
I don't think so either.
We've always got the blues guitar, which everybody loves, but this will be a little bit different. So Joe Waters acoustic will be kicking off the day, and then he'll kind of come in and play as some of those other bands are changing out. So he'll be at 11:30 and then again at 3:45. So you'll get a couple opportunities to hear Joe Waters. After that is Howard Mahan Band. I just listened to some of his music the other day. He has an amazing voice. So I'm excited to see that band. And it's a good group of musicians too. After that will be Kilbourne Alley. They're really more of that kind of blues and soul. I think they're based in the Illinois area, so they kind of have that Chicago blues sound. So yeah, that'll be a fun one to hear. And then later in the day, we have Carly Harvey. She is phenomenal. She has a big voice. She is very entertaining. So I think that'll be kind of something different too that we haven't really seen before at Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. I looked up some of her information. She actually played at the Kennedy Center.
Oh, wow.
So she's kind of a big deal.
Big deal, yeah.
So, yeah, we're happy to have Carly. And then after that will be Hector Anchondo. I think I'm most excited for Hector. He's just a totally different sound. I think he's going to surprise people. So that'll be a good one to hear. And then headlining will be Nick Schneblin. And if you're familiar with Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, you know he's played before. He's excellent. He's so talented at playing guitar, and we're lucky to have him back again.
So you got all this great music, but that's not all that Blues, Brews, and Barbecue is about. There's going to be festival events, food, and different things. Kind of give us an overview of that too.
Yeah, so it is a full-blown festival. We have the barbecue competition that'll start Friday night, and that is open to everybody. So if you're an amateur, if you're a professional, you are welcome to sign up for that. You can find the forms at our website. It's discoverfarmingtonmo.com. And we're actually offering some free entries for first-timers.
All right.
So if you're a backyard barbecuer, sign up. You know, it may be a bit of a challenge, but it's going to be fun, and you'll get free entry if you're the first 5 of our first-timers at the event.
And there's some pretty good prize money with this contest.
Yes, so our top prize is a $1,000 payout for the grand champion. And there's a lot of smaller prizes as well, so you could win a little bit of money.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, everything easy to find. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com. Just click on the Blues, Brews, and Barbecue page. you can also enjoy the food. You don't have to compete with the food. There's so much great food to eat there that weekend as well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, of course, there's the barbecue, but we've got some other food vendors coming. Great drinks. We try to get all of our local breweries and wineries out to showcase their products. So we actually have a barbecuer this year that is competing and selling. So that's the first time we've had that happen. So I think that'll be fun to see how their food does in the competition, but then also the crowd can try it themselves.
So Discover Farmington is the name of your organization. You could just as easily, in my mind, be called Discover St. Francis County or Discover Southeast Missouri, because you really do promote the entire region.
Right. I mean, there's so much here in and around Farmington, so we know that people that are visiting the state parks and the wineries and all the area festivals, there's a good chance they're going to come through Farmington too. So we are glad to have them, and we know a lot of people stay in our hotels, and our hotels are such a great supporter of Discover Farmington. So we want to promote the area as much as we can.
Let's talk about some other big events coming up this summer in the area besides Blues, Brews, and Barbecue.
Yeah, so coming up on June 20th and 21st is the Summer Nights Arts Festival. That's the third year for this event. It's put on by Mineral Area Council on the Arts, and then Discover Farmington is a sponsor of the event. So we're excited to see it grow. It's going to be a lot of local artists. You can go view their art. Some of them will have stuff that you could purchase, and then they're going to have a full lineup of local bands too.
How long do you work in advance to set up a schedule for the year of different events, or does it ever stop?
I don't think it ever stops. Yeah. It's a good while out that we start planning events, especially Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, because there's just so many moving parts.
And then you mentioned the festival happening, the Summer Nights Art Festival. What are some other big things on the horizon? I know there's a lot on the website, discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
Yeah, so we've got some of our block parties coming up this summer. The
Love
first
the block
one,
parties.
yes, that's always a fun event. The first one is July 11th. We'll have a free concert by Mountain Mischief. So that'll just be right there in downtown Farmington. Come grab a table, bring a chair, and just hang out for the evening. It's a pretty laid-back event, so we just welcome everybody to come to those. We've also got Casey Reeves performing. He's going to be, I think, our October block party, and then Damian Cabrera, he'll be in August.
Yeah,
so
local guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. So we're excited to have all of them.
And also promoting the Fireworks Over Farmington event.
Yes, that'll be July 4th at Engler Park. We have something new this year. We are going to have music starting at 6 o'clock. The band is Ear Candy, so I know a lot of people are fans of them. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think they'll put on a great show, and then fireworks will start about 9:15 out there at Engler.
So I'm going to give you a lot of credit personally, because not only do you help organize a lot of these things, but you're at all these events. I think you're the official photographer for Discover Farmington, aren't you?
I try. I mean, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So if you want to, show people what Farmington's all about, I think putting those pictures out there is a great way to do it.
Anything past, I guess, Blues, Brews, and Barbecue that you're working on? Big events?
Any history things coming up?
So we are looking at doing the cemetery tours again.
All right, cool.
So that'll be in October. I actually just spoke with Jessie Williams this week. Yeah. She's a big part of that event. So we're going to be bringing that back. And then, of course, all the Christmas events. So we've already started planning for Christmas.
Yeah,
so.
It'll be here before you know it.
Summer heat hasn't even arrived yet.
Right?
Right.
But it's a labor of love, though, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and it's fun to see people come out and enjoy those events.
So when you're scheduling all these events, do you ever look at some of them and go like, ooh, now that's one I'm really looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this year, Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, I'm really excited about. The last couple years, there's been so much to it and learning, what all goes into it. But I think this year I'm a little more excited for it because I'm a little more prepared.
There you go. This is kind of an off-the-wall question, but I'll go ahead and ask it. I'm thinking about it. A few years ago, we had a balloon glow at Engler Park.
Yes.
Is that an event that could be coming back in the future?
It could. It's one that we've talked about. I think timing was an issue, trying to get that to come back. We had some conflicting events, and then just coordinating with all of those, hot air balloon people.
Right.
So, yeah, it's definitely something I could see coming back. I know I loved that event.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's something that we could potentially bring back.
And if I remember right, it worked out like timing-wise where it was either right before or right after the big Forest Park balloon race, if I remember right.
Yes, I think we were able to kind of recruit some of those people that had been in St. Louis for that event to make a stop in Farmington.
So maybe the stars will align and we can get that maybe going in 26.
Yeah, that would be a cool event to bring back.
You are kind of our official spokesperson for Discover Farmington, but there's a whole group, a whole committee that gets together and kind of helps plan things out too, aren't there?
Yes, we have a board for the Tourism and Convention Bureau. We meet every month, and I'm constantly texting and emailing the group. So we have a lot of great input, local business leaders, people in the community that want to see tourism thrive in Farmington. So they're a big part of what we do.
Would we make you go, if we asked you how many hours you work in a week?
Well, on paper, I guess I work about 40 hours a week, but,
right?
You know how that goes.
Yes.
Very good. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com is the website. We do that every week as we prepare for the podcast to find out about stuff that is going on around the area. But again, you can get signed up for Blues, Brews, and Barbecue if you want to participate in that event, or if you just want to check out that band lineup again, or check out some of Kristen's cool pictures from last year. Those are all on the website. And again, just a great resource for everybody in the community when they're like, what do I want to do this weekend?
Well, we have enough state parks in here. There's ought to be something for everybody.
Yes, there is definitely something for everybody, whether it's the camping or the trails, equestrian trails, you name it. You take a look at one of those state parks and you'll find something that you're going to enjoy.
Very good. Anything else we need to cover while we have you today?
We are sponsoring the St. Francis County Fair this year, so we are really excited to welcome Chris Cagle to that. They have also lined up the Monster Truck Show, so I think it's going to be an even bigger and better fair. And, as far as tourism goes, we're excited to see them bring in more people from the region to experience the fair.
Going to be a great time. It was great last year. They had a wonderful show with Tracy Bird.
Yes.
And Chris Cagle's got a lot of hits. So, if you like music, just keep up with Discover Farmington, and you'll find out when things are happening.
You will. Hey, I think the rain finally calmed down a little bit, too, so we can let you get out of here now.
Okay.
We're going to keep talking until the rain dies down a little bit. Very good. Kristen White, she is with Discover Farmington, and she is our guest right now on the Parkland Podcast. Hey, want to welcome back, sponsoring the Parkland Podcast again this summer, the Farmington Water Park. They were one of our very first sponsors a year ago, and they're back again, but it's the same old family fun that you have enjoyed for many, many years in Farmington.
And it really is family fun, whether you just want to take a quick, leisurely trip down the lazy river, unless you want to stand underneath the big bucket and get doused when it tips over on you, or maybe take a few laps in the little lap pool that they have there, or just lounge on the side of the pool and watch the kiddos have fun and frolic in the water. It is an awesome, amazing place to be.
And kids 2 and under are free. 3 to 11 are $7.50, and $8.50 again is still the rate for ages of, it says 12 to 61. Mark, you can get that senior discount where you get $1 off your admittance into the ballpark.
Yeah, and don't forget about the splash pad either. That's free as well. That is free.
Yeah.
Your kids will absolutely love it.
Always a good time, open 7 days a week.
And don't forget to call the Civic Center or City Hall and find out about renting out the water park for an after-hours party, too.
Man, having the water park all to yourself, unbelievable. Oh, too, don't forget about those special twilight rates.
Yep.
After 4 o'clock each day, they drop $1 off the admission in every group. So check it out, 756-0900. Follow them on Facebook just so you know for sure the water park is open on the days you're planning to go. But check it out, Farmington Water Park and the River's Edge Splash Pad, proud sponsors of the Parkland Podcast. Save-A-Lots of the Lead Belt sponsoring the Parkland Podcast. Great place to feed your family at an affordable price. They had the big shindig and big sales for Father's Day, and a lot of those specials still around. And if you are looking to stock up for that barbecue coming up this summer, the best place to go is your local Save-A-Lot store.
It is grilling season, and they've got everything you need, from hamburgers to steaks to brats. It's all there. I was just at Save-A-Lot this past Thursday, picked up some hamburger buns, got some pickles, picked up some bananas. Whether you just want a few things or whether you just want to shop and stock up for the whole week, you'll love Save-A-Lot. It is a beautiful, clean store. The people are really friendly to deal with. If you have a question about where something's at, they are more than happy to take you aside and show you exactly where you need to go. Love shopping at Save-A-Lot.
Lead Belt Save-A-Lot, that's the one to like on Facebook to keep up to date with all the great specials. They also, of course, have those text alerts that go out. Seems like we get one every time we're recording. And those are always great ways to save money with those scratch-off cards.
Yeah, baby.
Check it out. Be a fan, be a liker, and a subscriber. Lead Belt Save-A-Lots. Like them today. Proud sponsor of the Parkland Podcast.
Looking to buy or sell a home or commercial property in the Parkland? Meet Sonia Wilson and Kayla Boyd with Triple Creek Realty, two creative and energetic agents who know how to get your listing seen everywhere. From eye-catching social media marketing to expert guidance, they make the process simple and exciting. Ready to make a move? Call Sonia at 573-631-5367 or Kayla at 573-366-1410 today. Triple Creek Realty. See all their listings at triplecreekre.com.
We're back on the Parkland Podcast. We're going to talk all things United Way of St. Francis County. Let's see. Kristen White was her third appearance. She got the hat. Is this Suzanne's fifth?
It's fourth or fifth. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, fourth or fifth time. Yeah. I'm frequent flyer here.
So jacket or turban? I mean, what happens
Gold
next?
jacket.
You know
Gold
what?
jacket.
I
Okay.
think you need to get a punch card. And
Yes,
then
we
we
do.
can earn prizes. And we can pull them from the bucket. Maybe we can get
Oh,
some
man.
sub sandwiches from Subway.
Yes.
Eat fresh.
Or, something wonderful.
Get a pork steak from Save-A-Lot.
Yeah, all of those
Maybe
things.
something
Bill Sorter
from
from
Bailey
Parkland
Joe's
Pharmacy.
Barbecue.
Oh, there you go.
Man,
All kinds of good stuff.
I like this idea.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's talk United Way. First off, let's kind of put a bow on a new event that debuted this year, the Divas Derby Day. How did that event go?
It was actually very fantastic. We were so excited to have this event. It was a spinoff of our Girls' Night Out, which was always very successful for us, but we wanted to throw in something a little bit different. And so we did this Divas Derby Day. It was super successful. The ladies in St. Francis came out in their most beautiful, beautiful outfits. They had amazing hats. And then we had people there making hats. So if you didn't have a hat, you got to come and make your own hat. And then we had the little kids. We had tons of little girls that came, and they got to come with their moms and dress up like mom and get a fancy hat and attend a huge fundraiser and learn what philanthropy is. And so it was super successful in Bonne Terre at the Iron Knot, which is gorgeous.
And
Good
Mark,
time
you
to
were
say
the
that.
only guy allowed again, right?
I have never said yes, dear, so many times in my life in one day.
He
for
did a
you.
great job
Yeah,
keeping all of us ladies happy.
right. So that is one that definitely will be back next year, I assume.
Yes, I think we're going to repeat that. We'll see where we have it. We're trying to mix things up and move throughout our county so all of our towns in our county feel supported. We did Bonne Terre. We traditionally have done Farmington. So let's see where we move the Divas Derby Day to next and what cool events and
giveaways and prizes and auction items we have.
I guess we ought to give a shout out to Lee Ragsdale and her partner in crime, because there was a whole group of ladies that helped put it together, but they were the mainstays.
They were. Those people were just so incredible to get everything done for us, and they made Mark an official diva. So I don't know if you knew that, Jason,
right.
but Mark became an official diva in the planning stages. Lee was so instrumental. Stella Hubbard, Gracie Trokey, Katrina Miller, Jackie Berry, the infamous Jackie Berry, Kathy Thompson. All of those ladies stepped up and made that event so incredibly beautiful.
So now I guess the next big item on the horizon is the grant presentation. All this money that's been raised by all these generous people over this past year now gets to find a new home.
Exactly. 100% of everything that we raise for our fundraisers, bell ringing, any private donations that you make, our payroll deductions, that all goes into these grants that we are so excited to get to present June 24th at the Farmington Public Library for 3 to 5. So join us if you can. I understand that you guys are going to be there live.
Yes.
So
live
that's
on Facebook.
Yeah. How exciting is that for our community and in our whole area to be able to see this and see this live? So if you can't attend, make sure you're logging onto the Parkland Podcast or the United Way's Facebook page, and we'll have that broadcast there. But what we're going to do that day is we're going to be able to give out all of that money to 30 different non-for-profit organizations that are touching people's lives here in St. Francis County. Traditionally, we have given out to a lot of our food banks, and we're going to continue that. But because of all of the members of our community that gave this year, we were able to step out and have a lot more people to present these to and a lot more organizations. So we're going to be touching on education, college education, still on all of our traditional food banks, but we're going to dive into some mental health care as well, and hit some really fantastic programs that we traditionally haven't gotten to give to, but since people have been so generous, we were able to do that this year.
Funding is up this year for the United Way of St. Francis County, and she is too modest to say this, but Suzanne has been able to come out of her shell. When we hired her, she was quiet, she was demure,
really
hardly said a word, but she's been able to overcome all that and get out in the community, and we are up significantly in the amount of money that we can hand out this year.
Yeah, when you have great leadership, like our entire board and Mark Toady, who is our president, and I don't know if you knew this, but it's his birthday today.
It's your birthday today?
Go figure, yeah.
He turned 21 today.
Oh, 21.
For the third time.
Yeah.
But when you have that great board and that great leadership and such a great organization to get to run something under, it makes it really pretty easy. And when people of St. Francis County know what we're doing and know what we're supporting, they're just so generous here.
I do think we need to also give a shout out. We've opened up a lot of really good partnerships with area businesses, and I know Big Door Coffee House is an example of that. The United Way is going to be their fundraiser of choice for this current quarter that they're in, which is great. But you're working with some other businesses and industries. That's been a big focus of yours as well.
It has. We really wanted to make sure that some of our larger industries within St. Francis County knew and understood what the United Way did and how they didn't have to support just one agency. They could support an agency like ours that supports all the agencies that we can. So instead of supporting one agency, they're able to support 30 agencies this year and hopefully more as we grow. But those partnerships have been instrumental in St. Francis County to make sure that we're able to give out 30 grants this year.
So as this money will be handed out here in just a few days, and then the process starts all over again for next year. How do not-for-profits get into the running for these grants? What do they have to do to qualify?
So every January, we're going to open up our grant application process. It's so easy. I've done a lot of grants and written a lot of grants, and I'll tell you, I wish they were all just like this. It's simple. You can go online and download the application. You can send us an email and we'll get you the application, or drop by the office and we'll get you the application. You just fill it out. You send it back to us. If you're an organization that maybe we don't know so much about, we're going to interview you and talk to you and make sure. But we are vetting all these organizations. We're making sure they're legitimate non-for-profits, and we're making sure that that money is utilized within St. Francis County for things that benefit the health and well-being and education of all of our community.
Coming up later this fall, there's going to be Dine Out for the United Way, and then, of course, bell ringing. But there's another new event that is coming up this summer you wanted to tell folks about.
I do. So we've always had our Dine Out program in the fall, and it's always been super successful. Businesses here, you come in, you dine out on days, and they give a portion of that back to the United Way. This summer, we wanted to start something a little bit different. Everybody seems to be out and about with their kids, running around. Maybe you have a baseball game, a softball game, different sports, or maybe you're just hanging out with your kids. And one of the most popular things my kids ask for is ice cream.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to run a ice cream social this summer. Ooh. So you can look forward to seeing those promotions hitting on our Facebook, and it's going to tell you what ice cream shop locally you can go to, get ice cream, and support the United Way.
Wow. Very good. I like that a lot.
I love ice cream.
That was a Jessica Mell idea?
Yeah, that was Jessica Mell's idea. She's absolutely incredible. Again, like I said, we have amazing leadership, people on our board who are really motivated to step out. Jessica Mell came up with this idea, and what a fantastic idea it is. You know, Mark, the one thing we should have done, we should have kicked that off today for your birthday, but we're not. We're going to kick that off on National Ice Cream Day.
That makes sense, too. Maybe next year on Mark Tody's birthday, there could be something of United Way significance that day.
I'm all for ice cream, anything ice cream.
Okay. I know, I love that.
Yeah,
Ice Cream Social Part 2 will be on that date.
Now, people can donate to the United Way in a lot of different ways. They don't have to wait for an ice cream social or dine out. There's a lot of different ways they can donate at any time.
They absolutely can. We have a link on our website. It's a QR code. They can simply scan that with their phone. So that's one option. If you own a business, no matter how many employees you have, even if it's 1 to 500 to 1,000, you can participate in our payroll deduction program where all of your employees can give. You can make donations on your taxes. You can make donations through your utility bills. I don't know if very many people knew that, but if you live in Farmington or you live in Park Hills, you can check a little box on your utility bill. Mark does it, and it just simply takes part of that funding and gives it right back to the United Way. So you can donate that way. You can mail us checks if you want. You can participate in our bell ringing and get volunteer hours. If you have a program that's needing volunteer hours, you can help us with that. We do wills and trusts as well. You can donate stock. We have lots and lots of options to donate to the United Way. And again, you don't have to just support one organization. You can support 30 or more throughout St. Francis County. So it's really a great way to utilize your donation.
Very good. UnitedWayofSFC.org, the website. Follow them on Facebook, very active Facebook page. And again, grant presentation happening Farmington Public Library, correct?
Yes, June 24th from 3 to 5. And we encourage you to come out. Something that we haven't gotten to say yet and has never happened before is there's going to be some delicious, amazing food that was donated by Bailey Joe's.
Very exciting.
If that doesn't entice you to come out and eat some Bailey Joe's.
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't say anything on the interview because that'd be more for me.
I knew that.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
know.
It needs to be proclaimed.
By the way, speaking of coming out, you did not come out to the barn for this interview alone. You brought your bodyguard with you?
I did,
Her
yes.
eyes just got giant.
Yeah, I brought my giant bodyguard, my daughter. She is in Farmington High School, and she donates a lot of time with the United Way as well. She runs track with
Farmington. We rang the bell together.
She did. She rang the bell.
In fact, get up here for just 1 second.
I'll say, she's not even on camera, and she's already
She's going to be on camera.
This is how she
introduce her
she
to
gets
all
me
the
in trouble.
Thousands of people here. Your name is, young lady?
Oakley Grant.
Oakley, and you are getting ready to go into what grade?
9th grade.
Ninth grade. All right.
Those were 3 of the best years of my life. Ninth grade.
Mark was there for 3 whole years. No wonder his birthday's late. Well, this is my daughter, and she does help us out a lot, and you'll see her a lot, Jason, around Farmington High School. And she's a pretty good
keep my eye on her.
You already have your future lined up. You know what you want to be, right?
Kind of.
What do you want? What are you looking at?
Somewhere in the medical field.
Oh, good. That's a good profession to get into.
That's to support her mother when she gets older.
Are you enjoying being a part of the United Way through your mom?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to help other people, isn't it? Why don't you, in your best podcasting voice, say, everybody support the United Way?
Everybody support the United Way.
She's a natural.
Yeah, very good.
She gets it from her mom.
That's right. Very good.
She's a little more shy than her mom. She's trying to hide behind her shoulder now.
Yeah, you just got me in a lot of trouble. I'm going to pay for that later.
Yeah, whole way home. Well, thank you, Oakley. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Suzanne, always a pleasure. We'll go ahead and we'll get you fitted for your jacket so that you'll have it next time you arrive.
You know what? I will just take one of those digging deep well cups that Mark has and throw a quick shout out to one of our board members is Heather Gardner and my best friend Alicia and all the others that are with the Living Well Project that are over in Africa right now, just safely landed and getting ready to dig some wells and do some amazing things.
Fantastic.
So you can just get me a cup.
Okay,
we
can
do that actually.
Absolutely, we can. Always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
She's the executive director of the United Way of St. Francis County, Suzanne Baker, our guest here now on the Parkland Podcast. Subway, eat fresh. Your local Subway locations in Farmington, Park Hills, and Deloge, sponsoring the Parkland Podcast since the beginning. And Subway always has great things to eat. And Mark, you are the resident Subway expert here at the Parkland Podcast. You are always in tune with the deliciousness that awaits there.
Love the food. It is fresh, and the service really puts them over the edge. Heather, Brianna, Jessica, ladies, good morning, or I guess I could say good afternoon because you can watch this podcast or listen to it at any time you want. But if you go to Subway in Farmington when those 3 girls are working, you can just mark it down as a red letter day because not only will you get great food, you'll get served on by 3 girls who could give lessons on how to give great customer service. So Jake, Mike, you did well with those girls. Keep them around forever. They are awesome, and the food is fantastic. You're right.
Absolutely. The nachos. What do you think about the nachos? Have you had those yet?
Fantastic. Yeah. Everything about their food is great. The only thing, and it's not a complaint, but they don't serve their soups in the summer. That's a fall through spring thing. And those girls will be the first to tell you the broccoli cheddar soup is my favorite soup that they have, and I got to wait till September to get it again.
That's okay though. It'll be coming soon.
It'll be worth it. It'll be
totally worth it. So there you go. Check out your local Subway stores. They're in the Maple Valley Center in Farmington.
Exciting news coming too.
Oh yeah. And
Can't
then, of
tell
course, we probably can't. Well, no, we can't. We better not now.
We're
going to keep you waiting. Keep you waiting. Park Hills, they're still in downtown. The Park Hills Subway location you've known and loved for so many years. And then, of course, the Deloge Walmart Supercenter is where you find Subway in Deloge as well. Subway, eat fresh.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
Let's do the musical segment now of the Parkland Podcast here for episode number 53. No more albums, but we're still doing songs of the week. We still have a cool music prompt. Hit me up with your song of the week. What song's been stuck in your head all week long?
Well, I was torn. I'm going to go with I Want to Hold Your Hand for the Beatles because it was the very first #1 hit in America for the Beatles. It wasn't their first #1 hit. Their first #1 hit actually came in England From Me to You, which is another really good, very underrated song from the Beatles. But I wanted to go All American, baby.
All American, yes.
So I went with
time of year.
I Want to Hold Your Hand, one of a gazillion fantastic songs from the Beatles.
I'm going to use for my song this week, Don't Come Around Here No More, written by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics. And did you know that he was involved in that too?
Yes, I did.
The guy with the hair. The original inspiration was a romantic encounter that David Stewart had with Steamy Nicks.
I knew this story too.
Yeah. So Steamy had broken up with Joe Walsh the night before and invited Stewart to her place for a party. After an early Eurythmics show in Los Angeles, Stewart did not know who she was at the time, but went anyways. When the partygoers all disappeared to a bathroom for a couple of hours to do cocaine, he decided to go upstairs to bed. He woke up at 5 a.m. to find Nicks in the room trying on Victorian clothing and described the entire scenario as a much reminiscent of Alice in Wonderland. Later that morning, when Walsh came by to find Nicks, Stewart heard Nicks throw Walsh out saying, "Don't come around here no more." And that was where
the rest is rock and roll history.
Yeah. See, now I thought that Dave Stewart was hitting on Steamy Nicks. And
that's the version I've heard too.
Yeah, but according to this, it was uttered at Joe Walsh. If only Tom Petty were here to clear all this up.
He's in rock and roll heaven.
Miss that guy all the time. Okay, so there you go. That great song again comes from the year 1985. All right, song prompt for the week: songs with wind in the title. What did you come up with?
Winds of Change from the Scorpions.
Great
lead
song.
Things off for me. I had
Whistler.
Dust in the Wind from Kansas.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, listen to the Kansas Live album.
Oh, yeah.
They have a wonderful, wonderful acoustic guitar solo, and that goes right into Dust in the Wind, and then there's a great piano solo in there, too.
Will Ferrell has a great version of Dust in the Wind, too.
Yeah, that was a great movie all the way around. Yeah. Blowing in the Wind from Bob Dylan. And for my country music people, The Wind from Zach Brown. Heard that one the All-Star Game was hosted in Kansas City. They debuted it there. And one of my favorite country rockers, Southern Pacific, Any Way the Wind Blows.
That's a good one.
Great tune. Those are my choices.
All right. Well, you forgot Candle in the Wind by Elton John.
I didn't forget
You didn't forget that one on purpose. I got you. Let's see. Here's one, though. The Wind Cries Mary, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Tune.
Not a great song, but a good song.
Love that tune. Good stuff. Let's see. What else do we have? Ride Like the Wind, Christopher Cross. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Run like the wind, run like the wind. Doo, 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 doo. There you go. I have to sing it for you, too. How about Patrick Swayze, famous movie actor? His only
number one hit. Yes.
She's Like the Wind, which was a great song. He did a good job with that. Somebody told me, I heard recently, he was only like 5'8".
Yeah, he was not a big, tall guy.
Somehow they just, with movie tricks and different things, always made him look like, very tall, very handsome leading man. Let's see. Ride Like the Wind, we talked about that one. I'm trying to think of any. How about Against the Wind by Bob Seger?
Great tune. Great artist. Guy's voice has held up very well.
It has, hasn't it?
For a guy that's 80 now.
Would you count Summer Breeze as a wind song?
Sure, why not?
Seals and Croft. Oh, there was a heavy metal band that did that song, Summer Breeze, and I can't remember who it was. But it was their lead singer had a really low voice. I think it was Lamb of God or one of those bands like that. Yeah, and they did Summer Breeze, and it was awesome. It was a fantastic song. So there you go. Songs with wind in the title, and hopefully we picked out your favorite song about wind when we did that. What else is new and exciting before we wrap up this musical segment and call it a podcast?
Summer heat returning this coming week, so just be ready for it. I've been hearing rumors of temperatures in the 90s, so
it's time.
It's time.
It's time. I mean, I hate to say it because I'm going to go ahead and say it and just jinx it and get it out there, but I think it's been a pretty mild summer thus far. Although technically, I guess it's still spring, right?
Technically for another week or so.
Okay.
Just want to send a shout out and best of luck to the group from this area that's in Africa now, putting up fresh water wells. We wish you the best, and a thank you to all the people who wished me a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Very much appreciated.
You had trouble keeping up with all that,
I
didn't
can't.
you?
I've given up. I'm over 500 now, and I'm very humbled by it, and I appreciate it. If I didn't get back to you, it's not because I didn't want to. Facebook wouldn't let me.
Facebook, it's all Mark Zuckerberg's fault.
That's my new song I'm going to write. Facebook, it sounds like a Weird Al Yankovic song.
No, but it's true.
Facebook wouldn't let me.
Tom will write the music for that, I'm sure.
Excellent.
You guys work on that over the weekend. There you go. All right. Special thanks to Suzanne and Kristen and everybody that joined us here for episode 53 of the Parkland Podcast. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.